This just in, you've heard the rumblings and the rumors are getting louder and louder, but is it true? Is there really a significant snowfall on the way for the end of this week? Well, let's get into it. Hey, good afternoon, everyone. This is Justin with the Weather Center of Manitoba coming to you with a weather update to start off our work week. And we're going to look at our current satellite imagery this afternoon. We got a beautiful day across much of central and southern Manitoba. If you watch the satellite loop here, I want you to key in on this area I'm circling here. And right there, look at that snow area kind of shrinking. I can even exit back here and redraw the area. And as that sunshine, the afternoon sunshine hits and the temperatures warm up, look at our Winnipeg area here. There's really not a lot of snowfall left there across southeastern Manitoba. The main area of snow that remains across Manitoba is kind of the western Manitoba area, Brandon north through areas like Riding Mountain National Park up toward Dauphin and west toward Roblin, Russell, and Foxwarren. This area circled in red is where we still have a decent snowpack holding on, but generally we see that the snowpack across southern Manitoba is shrinking, again, specifically across southeastern areas of Manitoba, including Winnipeg. Okay, now in terms of our late week system that we are expecting to impact portions of the Southern Prairies, let's get into some of that data. Here is our European model, our '06 Zulu run, and let's go through time here. I know you guys love looking at the visuals here of the European model. And really quiet across Manitoba for much of our day here on Monday. As we go into Tuesday, we'll get a little bit of a low pressure system. You can see it here across northern Manitoba, a 1011 millibar low, impacting again parts of northern Manitoba. For the day Tuesday, this is Tuesday around lunchtime. We got snow impacting the far north, moving into areas like Churchill tomorrow, Tuesday afternoon. Going to bring maybe a few centimeters of snow to northern Manitoba. Southern Manitoba remains dry, but we can already see this blue line here. We got a boundary starting to already set up here going into Wednesday morning, and a big low pressure system off the west coast of Canada. That will be the weather maker that brings some snow to the Southern Prairies later this week. But let's keep going, and we see that first clipper system, 1009 millibar low, exiting east out of northern Manitoba Wednesday morning into Hudson Bay, and we see another area of snow up here, again entering northern Manitoba Wednesday morning around 8, 9 a.m. That snow continues to push through northern Manitoba, this time areas like Thompson towards Gillam, and then off east into northeastern Manitoba, and then you see that low pressure system exits eastward into northwestern Ontario late Wednesday night into the early morning hours of Thursday. Again, southern Manitoba has been dry and will be dry most of this week until about Friday. And look at this mess here across the west coast, BC, just getting hammered with snow, rain, lots of wind. 978 millibar low here off the west coast of BC. That is going to be trouble for us as we get into Friday. This is Thursday morning. We see already some of that energy spilling east across the Rocky Mountains from BC into central Alberta. We see a swath of snow setting up along the boundary. Areas like Edmonton, east toward Lloydminster. This is Thursday morning around 8, 9 a.m. And then watch through the day Thursday, we get that snow continuing to migrate and exit eastward into central areas of Saskatchewan, including areas like Saskatoon, even stretching toward Yorkton here by the lunch hour Thursday. And then, according to the European model, we might start to get some of that snow impacting western Manitoba Thursday late evening into Thursday night, as we have a 996 millibar low across southeastern Montana in the United States. And look at, we got a heavy swath of snow now through the Parklands region of Manitoba and the Interlake region of Manitoba. They're circled in red. This is Thursday night going into Friday morning. And then we continue going, and it's going to be a long durational snowfall. So why are we expecting maybe some of these massive amounts of snow? I don't think we're going to be getting those massive amounts that you've probably been seeing, those rumors and posts going around Facebook of talking about the snow. I think there will be a chance for some enhanced snowfall with this system just because it's long durational. We saw that snow entering portions of the Parklands region here Thursday late evening, and now this is going into Friday morning. We still have the snow sitting around the Parklands and Interlake region of Manitoba. Now we're going into Friday morning when we're starting to wake up 8, 9 a.m. Snow is still there. Again, the snow seems to want to intensify here across southeastern Saskatchewan, southwestern Manitoba, and western Manitoba, getting toward the noon hour on Friday. This is the noon hour Friday. The snow starts to kind of move through southern Manitoba, including Brandon, Portage, Winnipeg, and starting to get towards Steinbach in the southeast corner of Manitoba on Friday at the noon hour. And then eventually that snow kind of weakens and moves off into northwestern Ontario and towards the Great Lakes of southern Ontario Friday night into Saturday morning. And you see a pretty strong high pressure system here move in, 1029 millibar high pressure system. That's pretty strong. And you can see we have quite a few of these isobars behind the low on Friday night across southern Manitoba. So if we do get a decent snowfall, there could be some blowing snow and some poor traveling uh, could be expected as we go through Friday night into Saturday morning. Now let's look at our GFS model. And the GFS model has been the modeling that a couple of social media sites have been using to show just insane amounts of snow potentially later this week. Again, I think those are way overdoing it. But here's our GFS. We're going through time. We're going, and it shows again that low pressure system bringing some weak snow across northern Manitoba Tuesday morning, 1011 millibar low. That continues to move through northern Manitoba throughout the day Tuesday. Again, areas like Churchill, Thompson, Gillam get at least a few centimeters of snow Tuesday, and then we continue going and could be again chance for some more snow there through northern Manitoba also on Wednesday. But again, here's our big system that we were talking about, 970 millibar low across the west coast of BC. Starts to eject that energy eastward, and you can see there's that swath of snow along the boundary, starting to set up across central Alberta into western Saskatchewan on Thursday around the noon hour. And that snow does also come into western Manitoba on a similar timeline as the European model here, Thursday evening into Thursday night. And the energy, the low here off the west coast of BC and also in eastern Montana, south of the border, those two areas are going to be what is causing the ample moisture and enough of a low pressure system to bring that snow here again from places like Edmonton, Alberta, east southeast into Lloydminster, down towards Saskatoon, Yorkton, and then west southwestern Manitoba. We have high pressure up here, and here's our low down here off the coast of BC and down through eastern Montana. And in that middle zone, that battleground zone, the boundary zone, we're going to get a snowfall that sets up on Thursday night going into the day Friday. You can see how slow it takes that low to eject eastward. It kind of sits over Montana and the northern Great Plains for quite a while. There's the snow really filing into southern Manitoba throughout the day Friday. This is Friday evening. Most of southern Manitoba is into some snow. And then again, shows what kind of the European was showing migrates off into northwestern Ontario by Saturday, by the weekend, and we got high pressure that comes south and replaces that active weather pattern for this weekend. Okay, so the last thing I want to show you is our NOAA DESI. This is the national blend of models. This is really good to use because we see some minor differences between the GDPS, the GFS, the European model, our global models, mid to long range models still at this point, being about 5 days out from the impacts from this system, 4 to 5 days out. We like to use a blend of these model runs. So let's go through time. I have this set to show us the probability of 72-hour snowfall more than 4 inches, which is 10 centimeters. That's usually the threshold. If we get more than 10 centimeters of snow within a 12-hour period, then Environment Climate Change Canada will be issuing snowfall warnings. That is the criteria. And you can see that snow already starts to file in again to the parkland region of western Manitoba. By Friday morning at 7 a.m., we have a 72-hour snowfall chance of more than 10 centimeters at about 60% here west of Dauphin, up towards Swan River and Duck Mountain Park. And we continue going through time, and we see that by Saturday evenings, this is Saturday at 7 p.m., So from Saturday at 7 p.m. to the previous 72 hours before Saturday at 7 p.m., there is a chance here across western Manitoba stretching into the Parkland region. That is a 70 to 80% chance of more than 10 centimeters of snow over a 72-hour period. Again, from Saturday evening at 7 p.m., going backward to the previous 72 hours. So currently, that is our area where we're really looking at the highest chance for a heavy snowfall would be, again, here throughout the Parkland region of western Manitoba, including Dauphin, Riding Mountain National Park, Duck Mountain Park, east towards Alonza, Manitoba, Lake Manitoba, and then through the Interlake region, places like Arborg, Ericsdale, stretching over to Gimli, areas north of Winnipeg and the Red River Valley. But with this, you also do see that there is already a pretty good chance, even here across southern Manitoba, about a 40 to 50% chance of more than 10 centimeters of snow over 72 hours. They're stretching from about Thursday morning going to Saturday night. So I know that that's a lot to kind of process at this point. Hopefully, I've given you guys a good idea of what's going to happen, kind of calmed down maybe a little bit those fears of, us having over half a meter of snow. At this juncture, we just need to calm down. There is potential here setting up for a decent snowfall somewhere across the prairies from Thursday afternoon to Saturday night. Details are very murky at this point, and again, it's really gonna fall on where that low pressure center ends up tracking through BC, Alberta, and then south into the northern Great Plains of the US, Montana, and then eastward from there. Where exactly that low tracks is going to tell us exactly where the heavy snow band is going to set up. So that's all for now. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, comment on the video, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. Have a great day, everyone. We'll talk to you soon.